Okay, hello everyone, good morning. Audible? Yes, hello everyone. Okay. Okay, so I think we finished the assignment number 4 and we had started assignment number 5 in the last lecture. How many examples we have finished? Okay. Yes, how many examples we had finished in the last lab? Yes, hello. Am I audible? Hers, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How many examples we had finished in the last lab? લેબ લીધી હતી કે નથી લીધી? કંડક્ટ થઈ હતી લેબ લાસ્ટ લેબ કે નથી થઈ? આઈ થિંક મને તો ખ્યાલ છે કે મેં લેબ લીધેલી છે. How many students from TC2? Yes, how many students from TC2? Raise your hand. Okay. Yes, Arjuben, how many examples you have finished in the last lecture? Why it is up to the 2? I have also the recording of the last lab. ખાલી 3 સ્ટુડન્ટ જ છે TC2 માંથી, જે બધા TC3 ના છે. ખ્યાલ નથી હોતો કે શું કર્યું હતું લાસ્ટ લેબમાં? ફેલ થવાનું છે. તમે એબસન્ટ હો એટલે વર્ક પણ એબસન્ટ પેન્ડિંગ રાખવાનું છે. તો હું એબસન્ટ હતો એટલે મારે કંઈ કરવાનું નથી, એવું કંઈ છે? હું નહીં કરું તો ચાલશે? એટલી સેટ તો ખ્યાલ હોવો જોઈએ ને કેટલા એક્ઝામ્પલ મેં ફિનિશ કર્યા છે કર્યા નથી એ તો આઈડિયા હોવો જોઈએ ને તમારા માટે. તમને તમારું વર્ક ખ્યાલ નથી તો મને ક્યાંથી ખ્યાલ હોય તમે શું કરેલું છે. ઓકે. So assignment 6 we had discussed in the last lab. Clear? In this assignment number 5. તમારા માટે થોડુંક નવું હશે but it's very easy there. Clear? We'll also revise this how we can solve all this example. Clear? So we had finished up to the question number 6. Clear? Question number 1, that is a part of efficiency matrix. 6 graphs are given and you have to derive the matrix for that. Then after second one, you have to verify the efficiency matrix and then after draw this graph. Similarly, third one. In the fourth one, the concept of incidence matrix. Some graphs is given, you have to create incidence matrix. Then after incidence to graph, matrix is given, first verify that and then after create a graph. And then after also the same questions for standard graph, we check the incidence matrix for K5, K4, 5, K2, 6 and so on. So all of you have finished up to the question number 6. Okay. Now let's start question number 7. In that we have concept of cut set is given that. And what is the meaning of cut set? Anyone can explain what is meaning of cut set? Yes, what is the definition of cut set? Explain. But unit is already finished in the lecture, okay, in the class also. What is the definition of cut set? Yes, Arjuben, can you explain what is meaning of cut set? What is the definition? બે વીક પછી એક્ઝામ છે બરોબર TC2 રેગ્યુલર સ્ટુડન્ટ માટે તો શું લખશો એક્ઝામમાં એમ લખશો કે હું એબ્સન્ટ હતો I was absent during the lecture so I cannot explain the answer. Okay, yeah, good. So what is meaning of cut set? One of the graph is given there, okay? How we can define a cut set? Yes. So we have to identify some set of edges here. That is one graph is given there. And you have to find some set of edge, okay, from this graph. And then after delete this set of edge. Okay, and make the graph disconnected. Okay, if I consider E1 and E2, okay, if I remove this E1 and E2, so this vertex will be disconnected with the rest of all the part. Okay, they are connected now. If I delete E1 and E2, okay, E1 E2 मैं ऐसे remove कर देता हूँ, then this vertex will be disconnected with this graph. Means graph are converted to the two part. एक part में क्या है? There is only one vertex, and second part में पूरा graph. ठीक है? Now it is disconnected. Clear? So in the set of edges, it involves the two edges E1 and E2. Okay, that is one set of edge. When we delete this set of edge from the graph, which makes graph into the two part. Clear? And then after second conditions for cut set. Clear? This set of edges, which set of edges I consider? E1 and E2. So this E1 and E2 is E1 and E2. Okay, that is set of edges. Clear? Which makes the graph disconnected. There is one condition. And second condition, this set of edges should not have any of its proper subset, which makes again graph disconnected. इसका कोई भी आप सबसेट लो, ठीक है, दैट इज यूनिवर्सल सेट नाउ, इसका कोई भी सबसेट लो तो फिर से ग्राफ को डिस्कनेक्ट नहीं करना, ठीक है। विच टू आर द सबसेट? वन ऑफ द सबसेट इज सिंगलटन ई, इसका सबसेट है सिंगलटन ई, ठीक है, दैट इज सबसेट ऑफ E1 E2। अब सिर्फ E1 को डिलीट करो ग्राफ में से, तो कैन वी मेक ग्राफ इनटू द टू पार्टीशन? सिर्फ E1 को ही डिलीट करना है, ठीक है, दैट इज E1 इज गिवन हियर। नाउ डिलीट इट, so is it two partition? Graph is still connected, okay, all the vertex are still connected, so by using this subset we cannot make graph disconnect, okay, means it has no any of it proper subset which makes again graph disconnect. You can consider E2 also, just delete E2 from this graph, delete this edge, the rest of the part is still connected, clear? So this set of edges, when we delete this set of edges from this graph, which makes graph into the two partition, and it has no any of it proper subset which makes again graph disconnected, okay, it has no any of it proper subset which makes again graph disconnected. So this E1 and E2, it is example of cut set, okay, that is one example of cut set. And you can also draw the sketch here, okay, which graph you will get when we delete E1 and E2, okay. This clear? This graph you will get, there is a C, E, D, F, and the B. Clear? That is a A. When we delete E1 and E2, which makes graph into the two partition, and this E1 and E2 has no any of it proper subset which makes again graph this. Okay, that is one example of cut set of this graph. Now you have to find at least 5 cut set. Okay, find at least 5 cut set of this graph. So which is the second cut set now? You can consider this E2 E3, okay, that is second cut set. Delete E2 E3 which makes it disconnected with rest of all the part, okay. You can consider E4 E5, okay, delete E4 E5 which makes these disconnected with rest of all the part, okay. That is for single vertex. Now take partition, okay, जिसमें दो अलग अलग part defined हो. You can consider E2 E3, sorry, E1 E3, delete E1 and E3. So these two vertex will be disconnected with rest of all the part, okay, E1 and E3 यहाँ से cut करना है, that is E1 and E3. Yeah, so that is also one cut set. We can consider E4 E7 E2 is a cut set, okay. We can consider E1 E7 E4 is a cut set. This will get a partition from over there, okay, not only single vertex. Single vertex, just connect, disconnect single vertex, that is also cut set. That is a cut set, that is a cut set, that is the edges are cut set, this is a cut set, that is also cut set. Here, these all are the cut set there, but you have to mention at least 5. Okay, is it clear? Any confusion? That is meaning of cut set. Okay, you have to find some set of edge. ऐसी set of edge आपको consider करनी है, and then after delete this set of edge from the graph, which makes graph into the two partitions. Okay, means graph should be the disconnected when we remove these edges, and it has no any of it proper subset which makes again graph disconnected. Okay, let us take one example which is not a cut set, but you can get graph disconnect. That is E1, E7, E5, and E4. Okay, now check this one. Delete these 4 edges. That is a E1, E7, E5, and E4. Okay, graph. When we delete these 4 edges, this 4 edges को आप delete करो यहाँ से. So graph make into the two partition. Okay, means graph disconnected. Clear? But we cannot take this is a cut set example. Okay, that is not example of cut set. Okay, it easily make graph into the partition, that graph become disconnected when we remove these 4 edges. But it is not a cut set. Why? Why it is not cut set? Because it has one subset. Which subset? We can take E4 and E5. Okay, it is a subset of this one, which makes again graph disconnect. E4 and E5. Just delete E4 and E5 only. Okay, delete E4 and E5. These two edges. It is also an example of cut set. Okay, delete the E7, E1, E7, E5, E1, E7, E5. It is also one cut set. Okay, so which makes graph disconnected, but it is not a example of cut set. Why it is not? Because it has one subset which makes again graph disconnected. Okay, and this E1 and E2 is a cut set. Why? Because it also make graph into the two partition there, but it has not. Okay, it's subset which makes again graph disconnected. Is it clear? So now try to solve it by yourself. Draw the graph first and make a list of the cut set. Okay, that is the first graph, and there are 2-3 more graphs is given. Okay, those are the new student. Okay, in our syllabus there are 6 units. Okay, in the DMGT, 6 units there, so we have to prepare the 6 assignment for that. Okay, assignment 4 that already some student has finished that, and they already uploaded in the Google Classroom also. But those who are the new admission, એટલે જે લોકો નવા છે એ લોકોને બાકી હશે ક્લિયર અસાઇનમેન્ટ 4 કમ્પ્લીટ કરવું અને પછી અપલોડ કરવું એન્ડ સો ઓન ક્લિયર. એટલે for our exam scheme, okay, as per the exam scheme, there are 25 marks for the assignment work. Clear? 25 marks at the last. So you have to prepare all these 6 assignments, clear, and you have to submit it one by one. When you finish any of the assignment, clear, then you have to submit it online to the Google Classroom. Okay, I will add to the Google Classroom, and you will get one notification in your email to join the Google Classroom. Okay, join it and submit it assignment 4. When you finish assignment 5, you will get also one more notifications for submission of assignment 5. Clear? એટલે એ રીતે તમારે વન બાય વન બધા અસાઇનમેન્ટ સબમિટ કરવાનું છે. 1 થી 4 નહીં, ખાલી અસાઇનમેન્ટ 4 જ કમ્પ્લીટ. 1, 2, 3 is remaining. Unit 1, 2, 3 is remaining. We start first graph here. Here unit 4 is finished. Now this is unit number 5 and unit number 6 that we started in the lecture. Clear? So that is assignment 5. એક જ unit complete થયું છે and assignment I think unit 5 માં તમે લોકો હતા. Unit 5 માં હતા કે પ્રેઝન્ટ? એક બે ટોપિક માં લાસ્ટ ટોપિક માં હતા ને ગઈકાલના ટોપિક. ફર્સ્ટ બેચ છે. ફર્સ્ટ લેબ નહીં, લેક્ચર માં ક્યાંથી પ્રેઝન્ટ હતા? નતા. ઓકે, એટલે એ રીતે તમારે કોઈ બુક પ્રિપેર કરવાની અસાઇનમેન્ટ માટે, ક્લિયર, અથવા તો તમારી પાસે ફાઇલ પેજ હોય તો યુ કેન ઓલસો કમ્પ્લીટ યોર અસાઇનમેન્ટ ઇન ધ ફાઇલ પેજ. ક્લિયર, ધેટ ડિપેન્ડ્સ ઓન યુ કે તમારે કેમાં લખવાનું છે. ક્લિયર, બટ યુ હેવ ટુ પ્રિપેર વન બુક ફોર ધેટ. ક્લિયર, અને એને પછી પીડીએફ માં કન્વર્ટ કરીને ઓનલાઈન સબમિશન ઓનલાઈન અપલોડ કરવાના. ધેર ઇઝ નો એની ફિઝિકલ સબમિશન. ઓકે, ઇટ વિલ બી ઓનલાઈન. એટલે જ્યારે ફિનિશ થઈ જાય ક્લિયર ત્યારે તમે સબમિટ કરી દો તો ચાલશે. હાર્ડ હા, એની કઈ ડેડલાઇન નથી અત્યારે, ક્લિયર, બટ જ્યારે તમને લાગે કે હું સોલ્વ કરી શકું છું બધા ક્વેશ્ચન, ક્લિયર, તમને કોઈ ડાઉટ હોય તો મને પૂછી શકો છો. ક્લિયર, એટલે ડાઉટ જ છે આજે હું જાણું છું, બટ ગઈકાલે વાત કરી સર કે જે લોકો ન્યૂ એડમિશન છે, ક્લિયર, જે લોકોને જે પાર્ટ મિસ થઈ ગયો છે એના બધા વિડીયોઝ જે છે ઓલરેડી અવેલેબલ છે આપણી ચેનલમાં. જ્યારે તમે ફ્રી હો, ક્લિયર, સેટરડે ઓલમોસ્ટ બધા ફ્રી હોય છે અને તમારી એક્ઝામ પણ સપ્ટેમ્બર એન્ડિંગમાં છે, ક્લિયર, ત્યાં સુધી બધા ફ્રી છે. તો એ બધું વન બાય વન સ્ટાર્ટ કરજો બધા સબ્જેક્ટ માટે. ક્લિયર, એક એક લેક્ચર એકી સાથે બધા નહીં, બટ જ્યારે ફ્રી હો ત્યારે એક લેક્ચર એક કોઈ સબ્જેક્ટ માટે સ્ટાર્ટ કરજો. એમાં કઈ ડાઉટ લાગે એ માર્ક કરી લો. ક્લિયર, ઓલ ધીસ મટીરિયલ ઇઝ અવેલેબલ ઇન યોર ઈ કન્ટેન્ટ. ક્લિયર, યુનિટ 4 અપલોડ છે, યુનિટ 5 પણ અપલોડ છે. ક્લિયર, એ સાથે સાથે જોતા જાવ તમે પીડીએફ ફાઇલ એની. ક્લિયર, અને માર્ક કરી લ્યો. વિલ અરેન્જ ધ ડાઉટ સોલ્વિંગ સેશન ઓન એવરી સેટરડે. ઠીક છે, એટલે જ્યારે કોઈ પણ સબ્જેક્ટના બધા લેક્ચર હશે સેટરડે, ક્લિયર, 2 કલાકના અવર્સમાં, એટલે ત્યારે તમારા જે પણ ડાઉટ હશે, તમને નહીં સમજાણું હોય, વિલ ડિસ્કસ ડ્યુરિંગ ધ સેટરડે. હા, એટલે એ જ એવરી સેટરડે ઇટ વિલ બી ડાઉટ સોલ્વિંગ સેશન. હા, યસ. એટલે એ બધા લેક્ચર વન બાય વન જોતા જાવ તમે. ક્લિયર, સ્ટાર્ટિંગ થી છે. ક્લિયર, ચેનલ તો બધાને ખ્યાલ છે ને, બરોબર? એટલે જે પણ ડાઉટ લાગે એવું નહીં કે ના સમજાય તો રાખી દેવાનું, ક્લિયર, કે નથી સમજાતું મૂકી દેવાનું. વિલ કમ્પ્લીટ ધીસ પાર્ટ ઇન ધ તમને ના સમજાય વેરી ઈઝી ધેટ. ઓકે, તમે ગ્રાફ થિયરી એવું નથી કે એમાં ક્યાંય ડેરિવેટિવ ઇન્ટિગ્રેશન યુઝ થાય. ક્લિયર, એટલે એ ભૂલી જાવ કે ક્યાંક આપણે વિકલન સંકલન આવશે ને આપણે નહીં સમજાય. it's very easy part that clear, and it is also a real life based concept. Clear? તમે ડાયરેક્ટલી રિયલ લાઈફ સાથે મેચ કરી શકો છો. It's very easy. એટલે જ્યારે રીડ કરશો ને એટલે ઘણું બધું ઈઝી. ઇટ્સ થિયરિકલ પાર્ટ. ક્લિયર? એટલે રીડ કરતા જાવ વન બાય વન બધા ટોપિક. જ્યાં તમને ડાઉટ લાગે, ક્લિયર? We'll discuss during the lab session, otherwise every session. Okay? Is it clear? It's only for TC3. TC2 માટે રેગ્યુલર એક્ઝામ જે છે 4 સપ્ટેમ્બર ત્યારથી સ્ટાર્ટ થાય છે. અને તમારા માટે કોઈ રિવિઝન સેશન નથી. Yeah, channel all this video lecture, okay, it is available in your e-content, I think in e-lecture part in your MU app. So you can also watch from this your MU app. Either you can just search in the YouTube BTC to live, okay, that is a channel name, BTC to live, okay.
Okay, sir.
C to live. All this playlist is available, okay. Let's check this all day. Just 1 minute. I share this YouTube screen.
And sir, આપણી એક્ઝામ ક્યારે હશે TC3 ની?
TC3 maybe on September ending. Last
Okay,
week,
sir. Okay.
and it will be in offline.
Offline?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
That is a channel dashboard, okay. This is a channel dashboard. Channel name is BTC to live, okay, and all the subject playlist is available. You just consider this latest playlist, okay, that mentioned by first is a subject code and then after full name of the subject, okay. There are also available some last semester video, okay, in this channel, but you just prefer this recent playlist, okay. It is mentioned by first is a subject code, okay, then after subject name, full name is given there. So you just consider this playlist, and all the subject playlist is available. That is DCN, okay, and then after DMGT, if you consider DMGT part. So in this playlist, okay, all the class video is available. All the class means TC1, TC2, TC3, and TC4. Clear? So you just consider TC2 case. Clear? TC2 class video lecture. TC2 only. So you just filter it also, okay, this playlist, and just consider TC2 video lecture, okay. Date is also mentioned there. Clear? That is topic name will be there. Clear? That is the first video. Clear? From 15. Definitions, that is first topic, then after faculty initial will be there, okay, and then after date. So you can also filter it, okay, all this video one by one, okay. Consider TC2 data, okay, from this playlist. Is it clear? And remaining all the subject is mentioned that is a DMS, then after ODP, DS, okay. So start revision, okay, start preparations this one by one, whenever you free, okay. There is not hard and fast, they will finish within 1 week, okay. जब भी आप free हो, then you can start it one by one, ठीक है. Is it clear? If you have any doubt, ठीक है, अगर आप किसी को doubt लगे ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, ठीक है, so we'll complete it, okay, we'll discuss during the whole Saturday, otherwise any of the lab, ठीक है. You can ask me anytime. Is it not that कि आपको इसी में से ही सब करना है, ठीक है, वीडियो लेक्चर से ही आपको पढ़ना, दैट इज नॉट कंपल्सरी, ठीक है, बट आपको किसी में डाउट लगे देन यू कैन आस्क. इज इट क्लियर? एंड इट्स वेरी इजी दैट, ओके, डू नॉट कंफ्यूज. मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगा कि मैथ्स इज वेरी हार्ड सब्जेक्ट, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, ठीक है. इट्स वेरी इजी दैट, ओके. अगर आप उसको प्रैक्टिकली सीखोगे देन इट्स वेरी इजी, ठीक है. अगर आप एग्जाम पर्पस से उसको सीखोगे देन इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, ठीक है. To consider it practical, where it is required mathematics, ठीक है, what is importance of mathematics, तो आपको सब समझ में आ जाएगा, ठीक है. बट आप सिर्फ मार्किंग के लिए उसको सीखोगे, मुझे सिर्फ 25 लाना है, 35 लाना है, तो पूरा डिफिकल्टी है, ठीक है. एंड ग्राफ थ्योरी इज वेरी इजीएस्ट सब्जेक्ट इन ऑल द फोर मैथमेटिक्स, मैथ्स 1, मैथ्स 2, मैथ्स 3 and मैथ्स 4, ठीक है. Graph theory, this DMGT part, it's very easiest part, okay, easiest concept of mathematics in all the four semesters. and all the assignment are available in your e-content. ठीक है, सभी assignment available है. All this material is also available. ठीक है, if you still any doubt you can ask me anytime. ठीक है, आप कभी मुझे बता सकते हो. It is I will square. Okay, all of you have finished the first graph. You did have all the 5 cut set. Okay, minimum 5 means maximum there are lots of possibility. Okay. Second cut set you can consider E1 E3. Clear? That is a cut set. And after third one you can consider E1 E5 E7. That is a third cut set. Clear? Fourth you can consider one of the partition. Let us take this one. Clear? E3 E6 E5. E3 E6 E5. ठीक है, डिलीट दिस थ्री एजेस. इस तीनों को यहाँ से डिलीट कर दो. ठीक है, so this part will disconnect with rest of all. ठीक है, all the vertex will as it is that. Okay, we'll not remove any of the vertex. ठीक है, all the vertex will as it is that. We just focus only edges right now. Okay, in the cut set form. सिर्फ आपको edge को ही delete करना है. This vertex will be disconnect with this form. Okay, if you consider this cut set. And it has no any of it proper subset. इसका कोई भी subset आप लोगे, कोई भी subset, we cannot make graph disconnect. ठीक है, check it. Consider E5 and E6. Delete E5 and E6 only. E5 और E6 को इसी को delete करें. Now check the rest of the graph. Disconnected. ठीक है, यहाँ से connect होगा ना. ये last edge तो edge is है. So it will be connected. ठीक है. So these are the 4, and next you can consider fifth one. E6, E7. Yeah, E6, E7. That's correct. E6 and E7. Clear? E6, E7. So delete E6, E7. This one. F will be disconnect with rest of all. Clear? Inside. And you can also consider another answer in plus of this. Okay, these are the 5 possible answer. Okay, you can also find some more answer for this graph. Is it clear? Any confusion? Okay. Now let's consider second graph. Find out minimum 5 cut set. Now edge notation are given that as a 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, this arbitrary notation. ये सब arbitrary है. ठीक है, ग्राफ भी arbitrary है, उसका notation भी arbitrary. ठीक है. Okay, it's yes. So here, bits of the answer. Okay, you can consider 1/4 first. Clear? You just consider first all the vertex. Okay? If it is asked for 2 to 3 mark, then how many cuts we can consider? Just focus to the vertex only first. Okay? And then after you can consider partition. तो वर्टेक्स साथ जितनी भी एज कनेक्टेड है उसको सिर्फ कंसिडर करो एंड देन कंसिडर वन ऑफ द एग्जाम. ओके, तो यहाँ पे दो एज कनेक्टेड है के साथ, तो हाउ वी कैन डिस्कनेक्ट दे, तो आपको एटलीस्ट दो एज रिमूव करनी होगी. ठीक है, 1 and 4, and then after you can consider 1 2. ठीक है, there is 1 and 2, disconnect the B. Then after 2 3, okay, to disconnect the C is 2. Okay, इसका नंबर क्या है, दो नंबर है. ठीक है, that is a 2 here. And then after let's take some partition here. So partition के लिए आपको करना है और 2 4. Okay, yeah, 2 4. Just delete it 2 and 4. 2 and 4 को upper and this last. ठीक है, 4 number and 2 number, that is the 2. A B है जो, that will be disconnect. ठीक है, and rest of all the graph. Then after 4 9 3, that is for single vertex only. Yeah, 6 8 we can consider. Okay, 6 8 you can take, 6 or 8. 6 8 को यहाँ से निकालो. ठीक है, तो E F जो है that will be disconnect with rest of all the part. These are the example. Okay, you can write some another example in place of that. It is not compulsory that you to mention in all. One minute. Okay, so these are the example of the first graph, okay, second number, and here you can find the answer for the third graph. Okay, you can take first A, disconnect the A. How many edges you can delete? That is a 194. Okay, 194, and you can make any sequence. Okay, 914 you can write here. Otherwise, you can write 491, 194. That all are same. Okay, there is no difference. Then after you can consider 3, 4, okay? That is 0, 2, 3, clear? 5, 6, 5, 8, all are the possible answers. That is a 203, clear? That is a cut set. Then after 2, 1, 2 is a cut set, clear? 3, 4 is a cut set, clear? 7, 8 is a cut set. How can you consider 1948? Can you consider 1948 is a cut set? Okay. Why it is not cut set? Because it makes the graph disconnect. That is the truth. Okay, when we delete 1948, stop delete करो graph में से 1948 यहाँ से निकालो तो that makes graph disconnect. Okay, but it is not an example of cut set. Why? Because it has one subset. इसका कोई subset है तो graph को फिर से disconnect करता है. ठीक है? Which subset? We can take 194. Okay, 194. That is subset here, which makes again graph disconnect. Okay, so and to derive the cut set example. Is there any doubt to anyone? All of you complete all the three graphs. Dhananjay, Adarsh, Imani. Okay. Please ask if you have any doubt. Okay. Now next is one of the theorem is that prove that every cut set in connected graph G must contain at least one branch of every spanning tree T. Okay. Prove that every cut set of connected graph G must contain at least one branch of every spanning tree T. So let us first learn what is meaning of spanning tree. Okay, that is a concept of unit number 4. So what is meaning of spanning tree? Let us consider one of the graph G. You can consider any another graph interest. Yeah, that is one of the graph I have considered. Let's mention the notation. That is A, B, C, D, E. An age notation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 edges with 5 vertices. That is a connected graph. Connected graph means all vertex are connected. Okay? All vertex are connected. If we put one more vertex here, that is vertex 6. Okay, that is vertex F here. So now this graph is a disconnect. Okay, that in the main graph it has a 6 vertex. Okay, where F is a disconnect with all the 5 vertex. Okay, there is no any edge between F to this 5 vertex. So what does it mean? This graph is a disconnect. Okay, but there is no any F in our graph here. Okay, it is not mentioned here. Okay. So now we have this graph. This graph is a connected. Okay, all vertex are connected here. Clear? So now we can find the spanning tree of this connected graph. So how we can find spanning tree? First, let us learn the tree here. What is meaning of tree? Because after you can learn the spanning tree. Tree means one of the connected graph without cycle. What is meaning of cycle? That is one of the chain. Okay, the spanning tree is the last topic of unit number 4. So to understand the tree, you have to follow all this chain. Okay, all this previous topic. Without any cycle. Cycle means by using this 4 vertex, we can make a close walk. क्लोज वॉक मीन्स इसका स्टार्टिंग और एंडिंग सेम है, ठीक है, जहां से आप स्टार्ट करो वहीं से आप फिर से एंड कर लो, ठीक है, मीन्स ए टू बी टू ई एंड ई टू ए that contain one of the closed walk, means one of the circuit. Clear? One of the circuit. Now you can see this graph. That is 4 vertex with 3 edges. Can we find one of the closed walk to this graph? Is it possible to make closed walk? No? यहाँ से आप start कर रहे हो, so we cannot reach this place again. Okay, by one of the root. So means it does not contain closed walk. So it is a connected graph without circuit. It is a connected graph without circuit. So it is called the tree. Okay, that is called the tree. Connected graph without circuit. Clear? कोई भी circuit नहीं. If I consider one edge, so now it is not a tree. Clear? Because this triangle contain one of the closed walk. Okay? But without closed walk, we consider the graph here. ठीक है, so now it is a tree. So इस connected graph को आपको tree में convert करना है, ठीक है, इस graph में से आपको एक tree बनानी है. And what is the definition of spanning tree? For connected graph G, tree is said to be the spanning tree for connected graph G if it is a subgraph and it contain all the vertex. जितने भी vertex है आपको as it is रखने, ठीक है, जितने भी vertex है to keep as it is here, and you have to just delete edges such a way that all the vertex should be connected and it does not contain any type of closed walk. Okay, is it clear? इसमें से आपको ऐसा ग्राफ बनाना है, ठीक है, without closed walk. So how we can remove the closed walk? For deletion of edges, ठीक है, we cannot remove the vertex. जितने भी vertex है, so to keep as it is here, okay, and you have to draw this graph such a way that it does not contain any type of closed walk. Okay, so consider this 5 vertex as it is. Clear? अब इसमें से मुझे ऐसी एज इन्वॉल्व करनी है, ठीक है, जिससे कोई भी क्लोज वॉक डिफाइन ना हो, ठीक है, तो विच क्लोज वॉक वी कैन कंसीडर बाय यूजिंग दिस 4 वर्टेक्स वी कैन मेक क्लोज वॉक ए बी डी एंड ई एंड ए. यहाँ से क्लोज वॉक बनती है, तो रिमूव वन ऑफ द एज फ्रॉम दिस स्क्वायर. एक एज आप डिलीट कर दो तो अब ओपन हो जाएगा, ठीक है. अगर 1 नंबर की एज में यहाँ से निकाल देता हूँ, ठीक है, आई रिमूव इट, सो व्हाट इज द रिमेनिंग पार्ट? इट open now, okay, and we cannot make a close walk. Okay, which edge I have delete? This edge. Clear? So now it is open, it is now not close walk, so I delete one of the edge. And also for this triangle, it is 3 edges and 3 vertex, and by using these 3 vertex we can also make a close walk. उसमें से एक edge निकाल दो, ठीक है. So consider this edge I keep as it is here, and now remove one of the edge from this two. Now check this graph. All the vertex are included. Okay, all the vertex are covered, and it has no any cycle. Okay, and there is one formula is that is called circuit rank. How many edges you have to delete to make any graph as a tree? Okay, कितनी edge आपको remove करनी होगी to make the given graph as a tree? That formula is called the circuit rank. That is equal to m minus n plus 1. M indicate total age. तो total age कितनी है ग्राफ में? There are 6 age. Vertex कितने हैं? There are 5 vertex plus 1. Okay? 6 minus 5 plus 1 का आंसर क्या होगा? That is a 2. Okay? 6 minus 5 is 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. So what is meaning of this 2? आपको इस ग्राफ में से 2 एज निकालना है, ठीक है, to make as a spanning tree. That is not unique answer. ये unique answer नहीं, ठीक है. You will get always this answer only. You can find different answer also, ठीक है, different spanning tree also. For example, yeah, that is the graph 5 vertex. I will draw another spanning tree in place of that. I will keep this as it is here. Okay, this is as it is, and this one. That is also one of the answer. Okay, I deleted 2 edges. One is the number 2, and second is number 3. दोनों एज मैंने निकाल दी, रेस्ट ऑफ एज एज इट इज हियर, सो इट इज आल्सो आंसर ऑफ स्पैनिंग. Okay, so there are not always unique answer of any spanning tree. ठीक है, आप कोई भी नया आंसर बना सकते हो. ठीक है, बट आपको कितनी एज निकालनी है? 2 एज निकालनी है. ठीक है, ऑल द वर्टेक्स शुड बी एज इट इज. जितने भी वर्टेक्स यहाँ पे है वो सब यहाँ पे कंसीडर करने हैं. ठीक है, एंड आफ्टर दैट दिस ग्राफ शुड नॉट कंटेन एनी टाइप ऑफ क्लोज वर्क. इसमें कोई भी क्लोज वर्क बननी नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है, so to consider such age in this graph, so that is called spanning tree. Is it clear? Okay, ये जो ग्राफ बनाया है that is called the spanning tree T. That is our graph G. Okay, now what is meaning of branch of the spanning tree? Clear? So I consider number 2, then after 5, then after 3, and then after 6. This age I can include in my tree. So this ages, okay, of the tree are called the branch. Okay, ages which include in a tree. कौन सी एज include tree? Number 2, 3, 5 and 6. So these ages are called the branches of the tree. ठीक है, branch of the tree. Clear? Is it okay? And the ages which is not included in a tree, so which is remaining? 1 number, then after 4 number, 1 and 4. So this age I not include in a tree, but it is a part of the main graph. ये जो है 1 and 4, it is a part of this graph, so it is known as a chord. Okay, that will be useful in the next case. Clear? Chord means तो जो एज आपने ग्राफ ट्री में इन्वॉल्व नहीं किए, that is called the chord. Clear? 1 and 4. A 4 number and 1 number I not include to the tree, so these ages are called the chord. Okay, and the ages which include in a tree, that is known as a branch. Is it clear? Okay, so now our clear that every cut set of the connected graph G, every cut set of connected graph G must contain at least one branch of every spanning tree. Must contain at least one branch of every spanning tree T. So here this graph is given. Okay, now check all the possible cut set of this graph G as per the spanning tree. Okay, consider all the possible cut set of this graph G. ठीक है, so first cut set I will consider 1 and 2. Okay, which age is my spanning tree age? That is a number 2, that is a spanning tree age. Okay, these are the branch, then after 3, then after 5, and then after 6. Okay, from this graph this is my spanning tree age, this is branch. Okay, 1 and 4. So now identify all the cut set of this graph. इसके सभी कट सेट आप फाइंड करो. कट सेट, ठीक है. So first cut set it is 1 and 2. Second cut set it is 1 and 6. Okay, third cut set is 2, 3, 5. Okay, disconnect the 3. After 4 is 3 and 4. Okay, this possible cut set after 4. Clear? Now consider the partition 2 and 3. Okay, now the 7th one you can consider 3. Okay, number 4, 5, number 8 is the 1, 5, 4. These are the cuts. Clear? What is our aim? आपको एक क्या करना है? ये प्रूव क्या करना है? Insert all the cut set of this graph. It must contain at least one branch of the spanning. Cut set के अंदर at least एक एज होगी. तो branch means 2, 3, 5, 6. इसमें से एक एज होगी. तो branch 2, 3, 5, 6. ठीक है? So here 1 and 2. So 2 is the branch. Okay, 2 is the branch. 1, 6. So 6 is the branch. Okay, at least 1 means एक तो होगी. ठीक है, एक से ज्यादा भी हो सकती है. At least 1 का मतलब क्या होगा? एक तो होगी. ठीक है उसमें. And after 2, 3, 5. So where 2 and 3 are the branch. Okay. And after 3, 4. So 3 is the branch. Clear? 4, 5, 6. So 6 is the branch. 2, 6. So 6 is the branch. 3, 5, 6. 6 is the branch. 1, 5, 4. So 1, 5, 4. 5 is the branch. Clear? So any of the cut set of this graph, any cut set of this graph, it always contains at least one branch of every spanning tree. Okay, that is our proof. We consider the graph G. Okay, that is our graph G. and consider any of its spanning tree. That is a spanning tree which include a branch. Branch is equal to 2, 3, 5, 6. Clear? And now derive all the cut set of the graph, cut set of G that are 1, 2, 3 up to 8. Okay, that is up to 8. I consider that. You can also find some more cut set, but it definitely involve at least one branch. Okay, and you can see that in all such possible cut set of the graph, in all possible cut set of this graph, it has at least one branch in this cut set. Okay, here we can see that in all the cut sets involve at least one branch of the tree. Okay, one branch of the spanning tree. Is it clear? There is a proof of this one. Okay. And in place of that, you can draw another graph. दूसरा graph भी आप ले सकते हो, ठीक है? And then after consider its spanning tree, उसके एक spanning tree बना लो. And then after consider the branch age, okay? And then after find all its cut set. Then after verify that it contain at least one branch or not. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, is there any doubt to anyone? Okay. Good. Now, question number 9. It is a concept of fundamental cut set and fundamental circuit. Okay. Define fundamental cut set and fundamental circuit and derive all fundamental cut set and circuit of the following graph. Okay. Derive all the fundamental cut set and circuit of the following graph. So, what is the meaning of fundamental cut set? Can anyone explain? How we can define fundamental cut set? Okay. So, definition of fundamental cut set. Okay. Consider one cut set. Okay. We can find one cut set. And when we say it is a fundamental cut set, if such cut set involve only one branch and rest of edges should be the chord. Okay. As per the spanning tree of this graph. So to consider such cut set, कोई भी हम नहीं ले सकते. As per the spanning tree, we'll first define its spanning tree of this graph, and then after we'll identify the branches, then after chord, and now check that as per your spanning tree, find the cut set, and in such cut set you have to consider that in the set of edges you have to involve only one branch, and rest of edges should be a chord. Okay, for example, in this example, then after we'll discuss this one. There is a spanning tree with this graph, okay? And we have the list of the cut set. These are the 8 cut sets we have. So which one will be the fundamental cut set? What is definition? आपको ऐसा cut set लेना है, ठीक है? जिसमें एक edge branch हो, एक ही branch हो, बाकी सब edge क्या होनी चाहिए? It should be the chord, okay? तो यहाँ पे branch है 2, 3, 5, 6. These are the branch as per the spanning tree. This is a graph, the spanning tree. These are the branch, and these are the chord. 1 and 4. So now check this all cut set and identify which cut set involve only single branch and rest of edges are the chord. Okay. So 1 and 2, it has only single branch. 2 is the branch. Okay. 2 is the branch as per our spanning tree. So this cut set is known as a fundamental cut set. Okay. That is a cut set also, but it is also fundamental cut set. ठीक है. Then after 1 and 6, it is also a fundamental cut set where 6 is only the branch. Okay. Then after 2, 3, 5, can we consider 2, 3, 5 is fundamental cut set? No. Why it is not? Because it has a 2 branch, 3 and 5. 2, 3, 5 all are the branch. Clear? We just consider only single branch. उसमें एक सिंगल ब्रांच ही होनी चाहिए, बाकी सब एक क्या होनी चाहिए? 4. Is it clear? Okay. Then after we can consider uh, 3 and 4. Okay. 3, 4 is a fundamental cut set. The single branch is there, 4 only. Okay. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay. 4, 5, 6. So 4, 5, 6 is not a fundamental cut set. Why it is not? Because there are two branches, 5 and 6. Clear? It is a cut set. इसको आप cut set बोल सकते हो, but not a fundamental cut set. Clear? Then after 2, 6, it is not a fundamental cut set. Clear? Both are the branch. 2 and 6 both are the branch. 3, 5, 6. 3, 5, 6. 3, 5, 6 is also not fundamental cut set. Okay. 1, 5, 4. Is it fundamental cut set? 1, 5, 4. Where 5 is only branch and rest of edges are 4. ठीक है. What is the procedure to derive the fundamental cut set? We have one connected graph. ठीक है. ऐसा ग्राफ है आपके पास. Make it spanning tree. इसकी spanning tree बनानी है. Then after identify branch, identify the chord, and then after check the cut set. And in such cut set you have to involve only single branch, and rest of edges will be the chord. Is it clear for this example? Okay. So now let us apply this concept to the given graph. And then after we'll check the circuit. Okay, how we can find the circuit. Let us first decide the cut set. Okay. So ये ग्राफ है आपके पास. इसकी आपको पहले स्पैनिंग ट्री बनानी है. ठीक है. So first you can check the circuit rank. Otherwise you can directly manage this graph in such a way that it look like a tree. Okay. All the vertex are included. Clear? So you can check here circuit rank m minus n plus 1. So how many edges are given? That is a 9 edges. Okay, E9 up to the E9 is given. So 9 edges minus 7 vertex plus 1. ठीक है. तो आंसर इज इक्वल टू 3. व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ दिस 3? इस ग्राफ में से आपको 3 एज निकालनी है. कितनी एज? 3. एंड देन आफ्टर योर ग्राफ विल कन्वर्ट टू द ट्री. ठीक है. तो विच 3 एज विल डिलीट? Yeah, I think this age notation is not mentioned here. Okay, that is a 10 ages. So 10 minus 3 plus 3 plus 1, 7. 10 minus 7 plus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, 10 ages are there. One of the notation is missing here. E10. Okay, it's E10. So 4 age आपको निकालना है. ठीक है, you delete the 4 ages to make this graph as a tree. ठीक है. And that's very easy also. Okay, it's not difficult. जहाँ पे क्लोज वर्क बन रही है उसमें से एक को रिमूव कर दो. ठीक है, कोई भी एज को रिमूव कर दो. जहाँ पे क्लोज वर्क बन रही है, कहाँ पे क्लोज वर्क बन रही है? इन दिस फर्स्ट, दैट इज सेकंड, दैट इज द थर्ड एंड इट इज द फोर्थ. ठीक है, 4 अलग अलग ब्लॉक है जहाँ से क्लोज वर्क डिफाइन हो रही है. दैट इज द 1, 2, 3, 4. इन चारों में से एक को निकाल दो. चारों ब्लॉक में से कोई एक एज को निकाल दो. देन आफ्टर चेक दैट इट लुक लाइक अ ट्री. ठीक है, लुक लाइक अ ट्री. सो फर्स्ट सभी वर्टेक्स को यहाँ पे एज इट इज रखना है आपको. You can also overlap this answer here, but let's derive it here. This is a graph. Clear? That is the A, D, E, F, C, G, and D. Clear? So from these 3 edges, I will remove one. Okay. So let's remove this E1. E1 I remove here. I consider this 2 edges. That is the E6. And that is the E9. Clear? I just delete one of the edge. इसमें से कोई एक को रिमूव करना. ठीक है. And then after from this 4 edge, 2 edge हमने already consider की है. So let's keep this as it is and this one as it is. ठीक है. I delete this one. This E7. that is the E2, and that is the E10. Clear? And now from this 2, let's keep this as it is here. Okay, I delete this upper one, E3, and then after let's keep this as it. यहाँ से मैंने ये लिया, ठीक है? That is E6. I delete E4. Is it clear? That is E5, and it is E6. Clear which edge I have deleted? Okay, to this graph. Which is my spanning tree? That is E9, E8, E2, E10, E5, and E6. Clear? And now you can easily check that this black shaded line that I have deleted, okay, I have removed from the graph. So red line here, that is my spanning tree. ये मेरा spanning tree, and the separate graph is already clear. And you can see that सभी vertex आ गए इसमें, all are connected, कोई भी disconnect नहीं है, ठीक है? All are connected and it does not contain any type of closed walk. इसमें कोई भी closed walk नहीं बनी है, ठीक है? Clear? And that is I overlap it here to find the all fundamental cut set answer. Okay. So let's derive the fundamental cut set. It is a E10 here. Okay. So अब इसमें ऐसा कट सेट आपको फाइंड करना है, ठीक है? ऐसे कट सेट आपको फाइंड करना है जिसमें एक ही ब्रांच रहनी चाहिए, बाकी सब एज क्या होनी चाहिए? 4. Okay. So which are the branch here? This red line, okay, red shaded line, these are the branch, okay, वो branch की एज है, और जो E1, E7, E3 and E4 है, that is a code, ठीक है? Is it clear? Is confusion? Okay, so now consider one the cut set. Which cut set I can consider? E1, E9, E7, fundamental cut set. So first answer is a E1, E9, E7. Now check this answer. Is it a cut set? इसको रिमूव करो यहाँ से, ये मैंने यहाँ पे मेंशन किया, E1, E9, E7 को डिलीट करो. Is it a cut set? B will be disconnect. B will be disconnect with the graph. Clear? It is a cut set. Now check it is fundamental cut set or not. So it is fundamental cut set. Why? क्योंकि इसमें एक ब्रांच है, बाकी सब क्या है? कोड. Which is a branch? E9. Okay, E9 जो है red line, it is our branch A. E9 is the branch and बाकी सब क्या है? It is a code. So it is a cut set, but it is also called the fundamental cut set. Okay, here we cannot take E2, E6, E1. It is cut set, but not a fundamental cut set. Okay, E2, E9, E1 means एक को आपको डिस्कनेक्ट करना है. Sorry, E2, E8, E2, E8. There is E8 here. Okay, E2, E8, E1. एक को डिस्कनेक्ट करो. So this is a cut set. Okay, you can take as a cut set example, but not a fundamental cut set. Why? Because it has a 2 branch. इसमें 2 branch involved है. Therefore, it is not a fundamental cut set. E2 and E8 both are the branch. Okay. Now find the possible whole answer, okay, because it will contain the limited answer. Clear? It will contain the limited answer. Clear? Not possible answer. Here. E6, that's very good. Okay. E and that is answer. E4, E6 को delete करो, X will be disconnect with rest of all the parts. Third one, E3, E5 and E3, E4, E5. Yes, that is very good. Okay. E3, E4 and E5. E3, E4, E5. ये तीन ये जो है, that is E3, E5 and E4. तो इस तीनों को निकालो यहाँ से. तो E will be disconnect with the graph. ठीक है? और वहाँ पे E5 है, that is the branch. बाकी सब क्या है? That is a core. ठीक है? That is one answer. Now fourth one. E7, E10, E3. Yeah, very good. That's good. Okay. E7, E10, and E3. Here which cut set? That I can say very good. ठीक है यहाँ से तीन एज निकलेगी ये तीनों एज mentioned by depth line. Okay. So this part will disconnect with rest of board, and it has no any of its proper subset which makes the graph. Okay. And it has only E10 is the branch and rest of all the code. Also answer. Okay. E2 and E7. E2 means and that is last below. Okay. Upper and lower. E2 E7. That is E2. That is E7. So which makes the graph disconnect also. Clear? So it is also fundamental cut set. It is not. Okay, E5 is not cut set. Then after we cannot take E2, E10, E3. Okay, that is not answer. That is a cut set example. Okay, you can keep in the cut set answer, but it is not fundamental cut set. Okay, it is not fundamental cut set because it has a two branch E2, E10. Okay, is there any more answer? I think most of answer we have covered. There is no possible more answer. Clear? That answer as per this spanning tree. ये answer किसके लिए है? For this spanning tree. If I change the spanning tree, if I change it, then this all the answer will be modified. ठीक है? ये सभी आंसर क्या हो जाएंगे? Replace हो जाएंगे. ठीक है? It will be changed. So your answer depends on which spanning tree you have considered for the given graph. ठीक है? आपका जो आंसर है किस पर डिपेंड करेगा कि आपने गिवन ग्राफ के लिए कौन सी स्पानिंग ट्री ली. ठीक है? And as per your spanning tree, how many example you can create? ठीक है? As per your spanning tree, how many example you can create? So based on this spanning tree, I can create 5 examples, 5 fundamental cuts. If I change the spanning tree, ठीक है? अगर मैं उसको चेंज कर देता हूँ तो some case will get a less answer. ठीक है? 2 answer, 3 answer, maximum 2 answer, maximum 3 answer, and so on. Yes. Yes. Just consider different graph of this spanning tree, and then after verify how many answer you will get. Okay. Okay, that is a spanning tree. This red line. It does not contain any type of closed walk, and all the 7 vertex are connected. Okay. All the 7 vertex are connected, and you can check that 4 edges I have skipped, and that is our 4. Okay. That is different spanning tree. And now check the answer. So now here we consider E1, E9, E7. So in that case, it is not possible. Okay. For this graph, we consider E1, E9, E7. ये हमने लिया था आंसर एज अ फंडामेंटल कट सेट. इस ग्राफ के लिए वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. ठीक है? For this spanning tree is not possible. That is not fundamental cut set. ठीक है? So here we cannot find any answer. We can consider this answer. Okay? E8, E9, then G will be disconnected, and that is fundamental cut set. Then after, uh, yeah, that is one fundamental cut set. Okay, that is fundamental cut set. That is a fundamental cut set. That is a fundamental cut set. E1, E2. Okay, these are the answers. क्लियर. सो कौन सी स्पैनिंग ट्री आपने ली है उस पर आपका आंसर डिपेंड करेगा. इज इट क्लियर द फंडामेंटल कट सेट कंसेप्ट? एनी कंफ्यूजन? Yeah, have you any doubt to anyone? Okay, now let's check how we can find a fundamental circuit. Okay, that is my spanning tree graph, and let's remove it now here. You already know how we can do. Okay, fundamental circuit. Clear? Circuit means a closed walk. So what is the definition of circuit? Let's first implement to this graph here, and then after we'll apply. सर्किट का मतलब क्या है कि आपको ग्राफ में क्लोज वॉक बनानी है. ठीक है, नॉट अ कट सेट. नाउ कट सेट एंड सर्किट बोथ आर डिफरेंट. कट सेट में आपको ग्राफ को डिस्कनेक्ट करना है, एंड इन सच सर्किट वी कंसीडर वन ऑफ द क्लोज वॉक. आपको ऐसी एक क्लोज वॉक बनानी है, एंड इन सच क्लोज वॉक यू टू इंक्लूड सम सेट ऑफ एजेस, एंड इन सच सेट ऑफ एजेस यू कंसीडर ओनली वन कोड. ठीक है, एक ही कोड लेनी है, बाकी सब क्या होना चाहिए? ब्रांच. ठीक है, ऐसी एक क्लोज वॉक आप ग्राफ में डिफाइन करनी है. इन सच क्लोज वॉक यू टू कवर्ड ओनली वन कोड एंड रेस्ट ऑफ एज शुड बी द ब्रांच. ठीक है, सो दैट इज द ग्राफ हियर. दिस इज माय ब्रांच 2 3 5 6 and that is 1 and 4 are the code. Now observe this graph. This red line is my spanning tree edge. Okay, and these are the branch of code. Okay, so now create one close walk to this graph. ऐसी एक close walk find करो ग्राफ में. This graph, this close walk में एक ही कोड हो, बाकी सब क्या हो? ब्रांच. ठीक है, so just consider this a square. A to B, B to D, B to E, and E to A. So this 2, 5, and 6 are the branch, and this number 1 is the code. Okay, so this closed walk is known as a fundamental circuit. Okay, this closed walk is known as a fundamental circuit. Okay, and after this one, this triangle B to C, C to D, D to A, D to B. Okay, B to C, D and A, B. So that also involve 2 branch and only 1 code. So that cycle, okay, that closed walk is also called fundamental circuit. Okay, fundamental circuit. I cannot consider this pentagon boundary. Okay, what is the boundary now? A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to A. That is also closed walk. Just move on the boundary only. Okay, A to A की closed walk बन सकती है, but it is not a fundamental circuit. Why it is not fundamental circuit? Because it has a 2 code. 1 and 4 दोनों उसमें count होगा. ठीक है, and that has a 2 code, so it is not a fundamental circuit. Is it clear? Okay, so now let's implement to this graph. First answer, आपको ऐसी क्लोज वो ग्राफ में बनानी है. ठीक है, as per the vertex and edges which involve only one branch and rest of edges should be 4. ठीक है, so consider this triangle, this side triangle, which is a 2 branch and 1 chord. ठीक है, red line is the branch and this normal black shaded line is the chord. Okay, yeah, there is a B and G. Here is a G point. Okay, that is G here. So A to A, E8. You can also include a age here. Okay, A, E8, G. Then after E9, B, and E1, A. Okay, and in place of that, you can also write this answer. Just include the age E1, E9, and E8. Okay, these 3 age I have included to make this close walk. Okay, these 3 age I will include. This is a close walk answer. A close walk answer. And which age you have to include? this 3H. Okay, and in this 3H we have only one code and rest of H क्या है? These are the branch. ठीक है, कट सेट के लिए आपको एक ही ब्रांच लेनी है, बाकी सब कोड होनी चाहिए. In the circuit we consider only one code and rest of edges are the branch. Is it clear? Any confusion? Okay. Now find another answer. DCE. Okay. Consider D to C. D. That is the E10. Okay. यहाँ पे E10. That is E10. And after C, E5E. And then after E3A, E3D. Okay. So which area you will include? E10, E5, E3. So E3 is the code only, or E10 or E5 क्या है? That is the branch. Okay. So that is a circuit, fundamental circuit. Third one. This last triangle. Okay. EF, ECF. So E2, E5, C. C is 6F, and F E4 E. Which edge you have to cover? E5, E6, and E2. Okay. Which is a branch? Yeah, this one. Okay, this triangle I consider. CEF. ये इसको आपको follow करना है. E5 E6 branch है. E4 क्या है? There is a port. Okay. E5 E6 branch or E4 is a port. Then after we can consider fourth example. Yeah, you can consider this part also. Okay, which edge is? Yeah, ADCB, CBGA. Okay, ADCBGA, A to D, D to C, C to B, B to G, and D to A. In this route, okay, all are the branch, but one is the code. Okay, E7 is the code, and rest of are the branch. You just follow E2, then after E10, then after E7, E9, and E8. 5 edges you will cover. Okay. In such 5 edges, E7 is the code and rest of edges are the. Is it clear? Case any confusion? समझ में आया कि नहीं? Any doubt? Okay, so completed this example. Clear? And then after try to solve another graph. If you have any confusion, please ask. Okay, we'll discuss it. But do not copy and paste only. ये सर ने लिखा है तो हम भी ये लिखते हैं. ठीक है? First understand carefully. Okay. So that's already available in this PPT. Now you can also take the screenshot for the answer. Okay. If it is required, then finish in your book. And now try to find out this. Okay. Consider the second graph. Make it spanning tree. Okay. And then derive the fundamental cut set answer. Verify the spanning tree. Is it correct or not? Okay. And then after you can also overlap your graph to the main one. Okay. You just use by another paint color. Otherwise, you just consider zigzag line. Okay. To this edge. So this is spanning tree edge. Okay. If you have not any other color pen, then which idea you can use here? This is my spanning tree edge. Okay, so you can consider the zigzag option here. Just consider this line. Okay, this is my spanning tree edge. Clear? You just overlap your edge here. आपको सिर्फ यहाँ पे overlap करना है. And now you have only one graph. आपके सामने एक ही ग्राफ रहेगा. ठीक है? This line is my spanning tree. This here are the four. Okay, now you can find easily answer which will be the possible cut set. Clear? अगर आपके पास दूसरे कलर की पेन नहीं है तो then you can use this option. Otherwise use the pencil, then after pen, and you can easily find. Clear? Now try the second graph. How many edges you will delete? 4 edges, I think. 10 edges are given, okay? E10 and similar vertex, 5 vertex. So 4 edges will delete, okay? 4 edges आपको निकालनी होगी. So let's consider this as my spanning tree. Four. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe, and you can see that graph does not contain any type of close walk. ग्राफ में कोई भी क्लोज वॉक बननी नहीं चाहिए. ठीक है, by using this red line. That is spanning tree. Now you can find easily answer. Fundamental cut set. ठीक है, आप कोई दूसरी स्पानिंग ट्री भी ले सकते हो. इट इज नॉट कंपलसरी दैट के मैंने ड्रॉ की वही आपको लेना. ठीक है, you just try it by yourself. Another spanning tree you can consider and just think about that. Okay, so that is the one cut set, fundamental cut set. ठीक है, and after second यहाँ पे one is missing. 10 AG है ना, जो चेक करो 10 AG है, तो which one? E9 I think is one of the 8 notation is not there. Yeah, that is E9. Okay, E9 is there. Okay, E8 is also. So that is this cut set is fundamental cut set. Then after is any another? E1 E2 is done. Then after this second one, E4. That is not cut set. So here it is two possible answer for this spanning tree. ठीक है, दो ही आंसर मिल रहे हैं आपको. You can verify it also. One of the cut set is a E1 E2. Okay, and second one is this one. Okay. E4 E10. Yeah, this one will be possible. There is cut set. E4 E9 E6. E4 E10 is not cut set. अगर मैं ये दो एज निकालता हूँ, so this part is terminated by this edge. Okay, but you can remove the C. C को आप डिस्कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, C को निकालने के लिए तीन एज निकालनी होगी. That is a 3 edge, which involve one is a branch and rest of are the core. Okay, and if you change the spanning tree, you can find some more answer also. It is not compulsory that आपको तीन ही आंसर मिलेगा हमेशा. You can find some more answer. ठीक है, as per the spanning tree you will get the answer. That is the first, that is second, that is the third one. Okay, अगर आप spanning tree बदल देते हो, suppose let's change the spanning tree here. Right now the three answer is possible. Okay, तीन answer possible है. Let's change the spanning tree. इसको आप change कर दो पूरा. ठीक है, consider another edge in place of that. Then you will get different answer. One, two, three, and four. Okay, now it is another spanning tree. Now it has a more possibility of that. Okay, you can see it. Which is a fundamental cut set? This one first. Okay, that is the second one. Here, that is the third one. Okay, that is the fourth one. Clear? Four cut set is that, and then after, yeah, that's it. Four answer is possible here. Okay. Yeah, this is also one. This one. Okay. This 4 edge delete. चारों को निकालो तो C और F डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाएगी. In such cut set only one is a branch. बाकी सब क्या है? There is a fault. Okay, so this is answer for this one. 5 answer is possible. If I change the spanning tree, I will get different answer. Okay, so try some more graph. Okay, that is given here. That is for your practice. We will discuss your answer in the next lab. Okay, that is two more graph is given here. So also practice it, and in the next lab, I think we'll finish this assignment also. Okay. And for D2D student, जब भी आप preparation करो, okay, when you start observing all the video lecture and so on, also keep assignment with you, okay. Assignment is already available in your e-content. તો assignment પણ સાથે રાખવાનું છે. And check also the assignment question. I think most of the questions are similar to our lecture note. Clear? So you can also try to solve this assignment questions. Clear? If you have any doubt in any of the questions, just keep it as it is that. We'll discuss during the lab session also. Okay? Assignment પણ સાથે રાખવાનું છે. And you can also try all these questions one by one. Okay? That is based on our topic. Clear? Sequence of the topic. And it's very easy, okay.